Hey, today we are going to learn how to manage an early morning case in Navigate. So if you have been assigned a case in Navigate, first thing you will notice is that you receive an email about that. This is an example of what the email will look like. So you can see here, you get the email. It says that a case has been assigned to you, and you get the relevant information, the student's name, the alert reason, who issued it, and then a link here. And you can click on that link and it will take you right into Navigate and you can manage the case from there. And you'll get one of those for every case that you are assigned. I typically create a folder and then just funnel all of those right into a folder. The other way that you can do those, and we're going to stop sharing so that we can get into Navigate, is to log right into Navigate and search for your cases there. If you don't know how to log into Navigate, you can do that right from inside EWU from the Faculty and Advisors tab here under Advising Tools at Navigate Staff, or Navigate Staff can also be found on the A to Z links here at Navigate Staff. So once you click on that, it's going to log you into Navigate and take you right to your staff homepage. And you're going to come over here to the left where you see these blue icons. And when you hover over them, the labels will pop up. And we're looking for the file folder here, the cases. So that's where the early warning cases are located. So that's where we're headed. And you can see that cases label pops up there. So you just want to click there. And this takes us right into the cases tab. Now there's probably going to be other cases open, but you're only looking for yours. So you're looking for this assigned to field here. Click that drop down and your name will pop up here first. So you want to click on your name and then click this search button, and then your cases are going to pop up. So you can see that I have two here and they are for the same student. And so this is an indicator to me that they were likely issued by the same person. These were issued for demonstration purposes. So typically I would look at these, I would go in, you click on the manage case here. If these were issued by a faculty, 9 times out of 10, there's a a class associated with them. And so you can see what class that they go with. You can read the comments that the case issuer, oftentimes the faculty, left. So in this one, Millie hasn't been coming to class. She missed the first test and has not responded to my outreach. I will allow her to make up the work if she contacts me and makes a plan. She needs to be in class in order to pass. And I'm going to look at the other one, which also says the same exact thing. And so I wanted to give you kind of something that we're going to look at later in this training, which is how to close a case. But because both of these have the same comments, we don't need to duplicate our efforts in terms of outreach. And so we're going to close one of these as a duplicate case in the same term. So if you get multiples from the same professor with the same comments, you can do that. And you can just put in the comments here, duplicate will work from the other case. And then allow those comments to be shown in the email because that goes back to the case issuer, in this case, me, so that I know that, there's two of the same and that the outreach will be done from the open one, and then submit that. And then that just leaves this one case. And so then again, look at the case, kind of see what's going on, get the information that you need. And then we need to do outreach to the student. That's your first step. So the expectations of the early warning system are that once you receive the case, there's about a 2-week window frame that you have where outreach and closing the case needs to be completed. Now, students are already receiving an email anytime that a case is opened. And they're being informed that the case has been opened. They don't see the comments, but they do know that the case has been opened and for what class. And so they are also told that somebody will be reaching out to them. So we need to reach out to them. Text is the first way that you want to reach out to them, and then by phone, and then by email, and pretty much in that order. Again, they're already receiving the email, and we know that students don't often read emails, so that isn't our first choice for outreach. And you can do your texting right from here. You want to just click next to their name, and at this actions drop down, click on send message. And you can email from here when it comes time to email them, but you're going to click on text and then type your text in here. You are limited to 300 characters, so you want to keep this pretty short, and you always want to identify who you are. So I would put in, hey, this is Josie from EWU. I got an alert that you might be struggling this term. Then I might ask, is everything okay? Is there something going on making it hard for you this term? How can I support you? And it depends on what you want to put here. So if you have a relationship with a student, you might approach it in a different manner. If you have other information about the student already, you might approach it in a different manner. But you want to keep it professional, as if the student might or other people might be reading this. This does stay logged in the student's conversation tab on their profile. And of course, you want them to respond. So being kind, professional, and inclusive here is really the route that you want to take. And then just click send message. Also, if you can, you want to copy this before you send it. I'm not going to send it because this is just for demonstration. And then come back into the case, and then you want to add this as a comment. So I would put here, texted student, and then copy it right in there and add that as a comment. And that lets us know, like, it's that shared documentation so that we know that outreach is being done. It's really important so that anybody who might work with the student in the future, or if she was to come through reinstatement, we can kind of look back and see what's been done. It also keeps the student from having to tell their story over and over if they're, having to get support in a different office. And just say the student, responds to you and says, something to the effect of, yeah, my car was broke down. That's why I wasn't able to get to class, but it's been fixed. I actually sent my professor an email today, and I've made a plan to make up that test. So you might put in here, student responded that their car was broken and is now fixed. Made arrangements to retake test and will be in class. And then copy this, because you're going to want to put this in the case closed notes as well. And then always click add comment. So you've supported this student, you can close the case. And closing the case really consists of two things. So either the student was contacted and did not respond, or you were able to have contact with the student and you gave them support. I want to define that a little bit, because supporting the student doesn't necessarily mean that the student followed through with the support that you gave them. So you might connect them to resources, or you might meet with them, or you might have a conversation to, just about what's going on, and try to offer support that way. But whatever you talk to them about it, we can't determine whether or not the student's going to follow through with those things. But if you did connect with them and were able to offer any kind of support, you do want to choose student contacted, support administered. If you were unable to get a response from the student, again, choose student contacted, no response. And then earlier we did discuss the duplicate case in the same term. You probably will not be using these other ones unless, of course, you have been trained priorly to do so. You would use the referral received by student service unit. This is where you're going to paste that closing response, and then check this box for allow that closed comment to be shown in email. As mentioned earlier, this goes to the case issuer. When we close that loop, it's important for them to know what's going on, not just that the student was supported, but kind of have more of an idea. We've gotten a lot of requests from the alert issuers like, hey, I get it. I get that the student was supported, but I really want to know what happened. So we're doing our best to include those comments in the email that goes back to them so that they can have some more information about that. And we want to keep folks participating in the early warning system. So um, please do that. It's really important. And then just click submit. And then that will go away. So I'm not actually gonna close this case because I'm gonna end up getting rid of it as it's just for demonstration purposes. But that is a general overview of how you manage a case here. You do it from this manage case box. Again, you search your cases in the assign to here, find your name and click search. And that is from this cases here. Okay, if you have any questions, you can email earlywarning@ewu.edu and we'll be happy to get back to you. Thank you.